If you are a complete beginner with dropshipping or you really haven't made any money whatsoever, I'm going to teach you the 5 most important skills that you need to refine and improve in order to build a business that is doing over $1,000 every single day. What is going on, everybody? My name is Ethan Dobbins, and today I'm going to teach you how to become the ultimate dropshipper. I'm going to teach you the most important skills that you need to have down in your locker. And if you don't have any one of these skills, if you're missing just one, it's most likely not going to happen for you, because when you're starting out and you don't have a lot of money to use to outsource certain things, you have to sort of become a jack of all trades in the beginning. Everyone has to do it. I had to do it in the beginning. I remember writing my own emails, doing my own product research, making my own ads, doing all of that stuff on my own. You have to juggle everything, and it sucks. But if you want to be successful in business, in the beginning, you got to work your ass off. And the good thing is, a lot of you watching this video do have the time to build a profitable e-commerce business, and you know it too, but you just don't know where you should be dedicating your time, where it can be the most productive and help you scale your business the fastest. So today, I'm going to share with you all of the most important skills that I had to learn in order to scale my businesses to 6 figures plus. So by far the number one skill is copywriting, because if you don't know how to copywrite and make good offers and have words that sell, no one is going to buy your product. And I do believe if there was one sort of area that all of the dropshipping content online, the courses, the coaching, all of that really lacked, it's definitely copywriting. People always teach how to look for products and how to design a website, but guys, if you don't know how to sell, it's not going to work. So what do I mean by copywriting? What even is copywriting? Well, basically, those are the words that actually sell the product. That's your product descriptions, that's your ad copies, that's, the words you're putting on your video ads. So all the stuff that is used to sell your product is pretty much copywriting. So with copywriting, there's a bunch of formulas you can follow to writing good product descriptions and writing good ad copies. Personally, when you're doing product descriptions, I always recommend talking about the problem people have first and aggravating it. I actually have a video that describes how to write product descriptions like a pro, and you can check that out. I believe it's in the top right corner if you click right here. But when you're writing copy, the real sort of thing to understand is you're not selling a product, you're selling a solution. You're selling a solution to a problem that your target audience has. In most cases, a lot of you are selling stuff that does solve problems, like, a back brace or whatever. So when you're selling a back brace, you really talk about the problem first that people have. They have this problem where, they got bad posture. And what happens when you have bad posture? Well, that leads to pain your whole life. You can't pick things up. You can't work out. You can't even play with your kids. And that's a major problem for a lot of people. So when you're doing your copywriting, your job is to identify the problem that your target audience has and aggravate it. Really tell them how important that problem is. Because if they don't feel like this problem is really that important, they're not going to pay the money to solve it. And that's really how you have to think. They're not buying your product. They're buying the solution that you have. So a lot of the times in my own copywriting, I don't even mention the product at all. I really will spend probably 70% of that product description on telling them why they need to solve this problem and how important this problem really is to impact their life. And another part of copywriting is making good offers and call to action. So after you convince someone that, they do have a problem and that they have to solve it, you need to have some actual good call to actions with urgency. Because if people don't feel like there's a need or a reason to take action right now, they're not going to do it. People are lazy. They're protective of their money. No one wants to pull out their credit card and buy anything unless they really believe they have to take action and solve this problem right now. So have a little bit of urgency in your copywriting. Usually I put this at the end where I'll say, hey, you can buy this product right now, 20% off, save blah, 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 but only till midnight or until supplies last. So I really need to give them some sort of deadline to take action. Otherwise, they're never going to do it. And if you want help with your copywriting and your offer making, because I'm really just covering the tip of the iceberg, I read pretty much everything from Dan Kennedy. Dan Kennedy is an absolute GOAT. Let's see if we can focus in on this. So this is the Ultimate Sales Letter. Amazing book on copywriting and how to make great offers for e-com products. And also Magnetic Marketing. This is great for really nailing down your unique selling proposition. So how you can make your marketing and advertising different from the rest of your competition and make yours miles better. And guys, everyone's reading the same business books, but I can guarantee a lot of e-commerce entrepreneurs are not reading stuff from Dan Kennedy, who's a guy who's made over 9 figures and when it comes to copywriting and selling on the phone with direct response marketing and all of that. Whoa, 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 slow it down, baby. I know. Ethan, new shirt? New hair? What's going on here? Well, your boy made a happy little accident and he accidentally used the wrong type of microphone when he was recording this section of the video. Oh man, even the most perfect people can make mistakes sometimes. So I'm going to play a quick 3 seconds of that video just so you can see how it's not up to my audio standards. Now, skill number 2 you're going to need to have as a beginner is some Photoshop skills. Now while that's 95% of crispy, clear audio quality, your boy strives for the best. 100% gold, rich waterfall-like audio that blesses your ears with at least the ability to hear once you're done with this video. So I'm going to put you right down back here, and we're going to talk about skill number 2, Photoshop. Every single entrepreneur in the beginning needs to have some skills in Photoshop, because when you're first starting a business, you sort of have to be this jack of all trades. You have to be good at copywriting, offer making, all this good stuff. And I understand, and this definitely applies to me. Most entrepreneurs are very analytical. We love the numbers. We love looking at how much money we're making, how much money we're losing, how we can save money. When we're looking at our ads managers, it's fascinating to see all the data points in our cost per acquisitions and how much are we spending, or cost per link click, how much time are they spending on our website, where are they dropping off. Let's have recordings to see where are the hot spots. Should we put an add to cart button here so that it increases our conversion rate by 0.05%? And like, it's great and all, but you also have to have the intellectual sort of creative side of the business that makes the ads, that makes the visual demonstrations of the service you provide or the physical product you sell. You have to have that yin and yang, that person that's analytical and the person that's creative and can make amazing ads for your business. And the way that you have great product images and great ads is you have to be somewhat fluent in Photoshop. I'm not saying you have to be a beast. You can just go on Udemy and then pay like $9 for someone to teach you how to do Photoshop step by step. It's really not that hard. That's exactly what I did. So I'm just gonna pull a random photo. I do, men's jewelry. I think we already know this. So this is a product that I sold in the past, and I'm just going to show you all the cool things you can do. Now, Adobe Photoshop is $9 a month. So if you can't afford it, you shouldn't be running a business, because it's essential. Let's be honest here. Everyone uses Photoshop. We all know what it is, and there's so many cool things you can do. So with this image right here, if I was to show this on the Instagram feed and someone was scrolling on their phone and they're seeing all these TikTok dances and they're seeing all these distractions with sports, would they stop their scroll on this image? It's a possibility. It's a good image that my supplier's given me, but how can we make it stand out even more? Well, what we can do is go to levels, and this actually is like, brightness and darkness, but it takes it up a notch, and I'm going to show you what I mean. So if I increase the darkness right here, we're noticing, oh my gosh, the colors on the actual chains are popping off. But you see that hand is turning red, which isn't my favorite, so we're just gonna see. So this is what it looks like normal. It's really white and sort of plain, but when we make it darker, that's when it pops off a little bit. And then we're gonna use another tool called Vibrance, which is like saturation, but it only will increase the saturation of certain objects that need sort of more, more, I guess, color, more sort of sharpness to them. So if we see right here, I'm gonna move that right here. Now, if I was to advertise this looks sort of weird because the hand is all red. So how can we fix this? Well, that's where your teacher, Ethan Dobbins, has you covered. So we're gonna go to a tool right here called Properties. Now with Properties, you can actually change certain colors to be different. So if we go to reds, everything that's red will change just like this. And look at that hand color. We're going back to white. Oh my goodness. So we're just gonna, adjust that a little bit. So let's do like a -20. And there we go. So it looks completely white. Now, how do we actually add some good text onto this? Maybe we're doing a sale and this is a retargeting ad that we're showing to our audience. All right, so let's click on the text feature right here, and we're just gonna click anywhere in the actual graphic. So I'm using Bebas Niao. I don't really know. It's like a Latin word. Maybe I'm saying it completely wrong because it sounded a lot like meow, what I just said. But what we're gonna do is just do, let's say, 25% off. So we'll just type that out, 25% off, and then we can do check mark, and we can also make it pretty big. So let's do that right now. And look at that. That's not too shabby. So if I saw this in a retargeting ad, I would think it's a little amateur. So how can we make this text better? How can we make it more professional? Well, what we can do is turn it from black to white. And you might be saying, well, okay, that looks a little bit better, but I'm not done yet. So next we're going to go to outer glow, and as you can see, if we actually zoom in right now, that text has a red outline on it, which is really, really cool. So we can choose so many different, colors around it. We can make it blue, we can make it red. There's, whatever colors honestly you like. I typically make it black, and then once we do that, we're just going to increase the spread, and spread, as you can see right there, oh my gosh, that looks so nice. So let's actually increase the size, and we're gonna make that, I usually make it about a 9, and then spread wise we can do that, and then let's add a drop shadow as well. We're gonna make this black, and it's gonna make it seriously pop out. I usually keep these at about 8 each, and let's just do that. So 8, 5, 8, let's try that, let's see what that looks like. And oh, that definitely pops out. Maybe you want to make the size just a tad bit smaller, and we'll do like a 3. What's the distance doing here? Oh, okay, let's see, distance. I think a 0 actually works the best, and that's very rare, but I think it looks really, really professional now. So now, as you can see, oh my goodness, our 25% off. It looks so much more presentable, so much more professional, and that really only took like a minute. So the next thing you have to get good at is website design. And when you're a beginner, I notice this a lot. People, when they design their website for the first time, will always think it's good. You're always going to think that website that you design is really solid. Maybe it needs a little bit of work, but it'll get the job done. And in most cases, that's not the case. You just put a lot of time into something, and you're going to naturally think it's really good because you put so much time into it. But most of the time, it looks really shitty. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna be honest, because I do coaching and I do consultation calls, and I look at a lot of beginner websites, and man, is there a lot of errors I see that just really make the website, pretty unprofessional. So I would recommend, when you are designing your website, try to get some coaching a little bit so that you have feedback from people that aren't you, because of course you're gonna be biased about what it looks like. But if you get help from an expert who's seen thousands of different websites and can give you help and analyze your website, then that can be so much faster. It really cuts the learning curve and lets you know what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. So if you want an expert to actually look at your website, I can do that for you, and all you have to do is DM me the word website on Instagram, and I can set up a call with you where I can check out your website and give you some tips and pointers that I've learned from generating over 6 figures from my own upsells and website and making it highly performing. But let's get into website design right now. As you can see with this website, the first thing that comes is a pop-up to sign up for my text message marketing list. So I'm big on text message marketing just because the open rates are insane. And if you notice, some of the biggest e-com brands like Dress Barn, I'm on their text message marketing list every single day. They are texting it, and I'm sure they have hundreds of thousands of people on this list about new sales, about new offers, and that's perfect. That's exactly what I'm doing with my brands, because you have to be doing this. Text message marketing has such great open rates compared to email marketing. I don't know why everyone's so big on email marketing when text message marketing is clearly absolutely dominating. So that's something you definitely have to get down, have some sort of pop-up or sign up, like a newsletter. But let's get into the rest of website design. So the first thing is you need to have some good banners like this right here that you can design in Photoshop. Really simple. This is where that Photoshop skill, you need to learn a little bit about it. Now with website design, it's a little bit weird because it's subjective and every single niche is different. Meaning for the necklace niche, for men's jewelry, for my own niche, a lot of times what businesses will do is they'll have a banner and then they have a list of the favorite products, the products that are getting the most orders. Now, if you're getting into a different niche, like, I don't know, kitchen accessories, home decor, whatever it is, that might not be the case. The layouts might be different. So I would definitely recommend, when you're designing your website, take a look at the most popular brands in your niche and try to model your website around them. Don't guess. Follow what already works. And obviously when it comes to, making the whole website design, getting the Instagram account, all this stuff, that's just sort of add-ons to make it look more professional. And every single theme has different customizations, so you have to go down to this left side, add section, and see all the cool things that you can do. Now, I would recommend not going overboard. You don't want to have 100 things on your homepage, because really, your homepage doesn't matter that much, but have some useful links to actually shop and make people take action so that they're not just scrolling all day long on your homepage. Also, you have to make sure to have some good menus. So what I do is shop, our story, contact us, track your order, and FAQ. So make sure you have some sort of menus where you have useful links that your customer will need just to feel like, this is a trustworthy website that I can actually purchase on. So I can check out, what is Pamon's story? What are they all about? What is the contact us? I want to see, does that actually work? Okay, cool. So I can track my order. And then when I do that, it goes to this link right here. So there's so many things you can do to really make your website look so much more professional in seconds. And another thing that you have to have is content creation, because with social media, you have to be posting pretty frequently. Otherwise, people are going to think this is a little bit of a shady website. So you have to have good product images and photos. And if you don't have that already, order your product, make some content with it. And that's really just the best sort of solution to that. Or you can have influencers where you send your product directly to them to make custom content, just like this right here with one of my products right here. So really, you should always be ordering your product. I mean, I did it with this anchor necklace. I actually took this on, I think it was like a dinner placemat. I mean, it's really simple, but it's so easy just to order your products and do the content creation as well, because you have to be consistent with social media. Otherwise, people are gonna think you're a little bit of a sketchy brand. And another reason why you have to be good at content creation is for your advertising. If you don't have a bunch of different creatives and images that you can use, then you're really not going to be that successful, because split testing is so important with your Facebook ads. You can't just be testing one image or one video and hope it works. You have to be testing multiple creatives, because that's the thing that's the most hit or miss when it comes to advertising. It's not your targeting, it's not your strategy, it's does your ad actually catch people's attention and make them want to buy. And the only way you can know if your product is a winner is if you have multiple creatives, multiple ads. You can have a mix of photos, of carousel ads, of video ads, but you have to have an ample amount. You can't just be, having a sparse amount of just like one or two different creatives that you're testing, because that simply is not enough. So that's where having some skills with Adobe Photoshop is so important. So I think if you realize really anything from this video is that you need to have some skills with Photoshop, with photo editing, so that you can make good graphics. And also, this skill is great for product descriptions. When you're making graphics to explain why your product is important, you can make trust badges. I mean, oh my gosh, Photoshop might be the most important skill outside of copywriting that you need to have for your business. And the final skill, which actually is the most important, is being dedicated. And I know that's just such a woo-woo type of answer, but it is actually the most important skill that you have to have. Realizing that this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, doesn't happen overnight, but really, if you can dedicate an hour a day of concentrated high-level practice at dropshipping at each one of these skills, you can get so much better in only a couple of weeks. Because I actually listened to a TEDx talk, and they said if you can dedicate 20 hours to a skill of high-level practice, you can go from a complete beginner to advanced in just like that. So again, you have to have the time, you have to be dedicated, you have to realize it doesn't happen overnight, but if you can stay dedicated and get past all the failures, because you're gonna have them, 90% of products do fail in dropshipping, then you can build a successful business. Now, if you want to cut the learning curve and get results as soon as possible, then there's only one answer. It's getting a coach. It's getting someone who can give you feedback, can give you guidance, and can keep you on the right track. Because what is every single dropshipper in the world doing right now? 99% are watching YouTube videos, they're going through courses, they're all doing the same thing. So how do you get an unfair advantage over everybody else? Well, you get a coach who's already an expert, who's already made a ton of money, and who's already helped other people build successful businesses, because that's the one area that not a lot of people are getting into. They think courses and YouTube videos are enough, but if you get a coach, that's the thing that can propel you above the rest of the competition. So if you want a coach who has years of experience and has taught many people how to build businesses that are doing $1,000 a day, then all you have to do is send me a DM me the word ecom on Instagram, and I'll give you complete details of my coaching/course program that has helped so many people go from complete beginners to advanced in only a couple of weeks. It doesn't matter if you're a complete beginner, if you're just getting started. I've helped people from every single skill level go from $0 to $2,000 a day with their business, because really it just takes one winning product, and it takes knowing the right strategies and how to do them well. Because you can have all the strategies in the world, because YouTube has all the information, but if you can't do them well and actually execute and have someone telling you and giving you feedback if you're doing them well or not, then you're never going to be successful. That's just the hard truth. That's the reality of it. So again, I would recommend sending me the word ecom on Instagram if you want to get professional help with your business so you can save money, save time, and get results much quicker. But as always, guys, my name is Ethan Dobbins, and it has been an absolute pleasure getting to entertain and educate you at the same time. But if there was one last thing for you to remember, it would be to stay humble and always do numbers.